Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattle Tales from the Vector. This is general or collective, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is timely, so if you're watching it at this time, it's perfect for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could further clarify your situation now. All right, we have the underlying energy for this reading is the Queen of Wands. And it's good because it looks like there's a lot going on here in this reading. Interesting. So what we have here is the Queen of Wands, who's very optimistic. She is holding a sunflower in her left hand, and that's talking about following the energy of the sun. The heads of the sunflowers, they turn with the sun. And it's talking about her ability to be able to come to creative solutions. And she does that by using her intuition plus her logic. This veil in the background represents the thin veil between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. And she is holding this wand. It's made of wood, and it's representing the element of fire. And wood fuels the fire to take passionate action. And so this is talking about feeling the energy out, using logic and intuition, coming to creative solutions. If it doesn't work out, find another creative solution. This is talking about this little black cat here, is saying that, a lot of people won't have a black cat because they're afraid of the superstition that it's bad luck, but she doesn't believe in bad luck. She believes in moving forward with creative solutions, and then she follows her happiness, and that suits her well. Now we have in my oracle, the underlying energy is the Tower. And the Tower is talking about, a reality check that hits, boom, and it can be really challenging. In my oracle, it's talking about Plato's cave of Allegri. And this is talking about these people are trapped in this cave, and they've been here their whole lives, and all they can see is this wall with shadows going across it. And the dragon here, she is fanning the flames of rage because she was captured as an infant and had her wings clipped. And so she feels this great deal of rage, and her fire fans the flames that cast the shadows on the wall here. And these people can only see forward, and all they've ever seen is shadows of what really is. One of them escapes and gets out of the cave and goes into the sunlight and realizes, oh my goodness, there's like a beach, and there's sand, and there's sun, and there's people, and it's beautiful, and comes back to let them know, hey, you can't believe what I've discovered. But because he's squinting from the sun, they are assuming that he's gone blind, and they don't want to follow him. So they sit here. And so this is talking about, how we can perceive our reality, and how it can be perceived as all shadows and dark, or we can see the light. And so the Tower is saying that you're having a reality check. You need to listen to your intuition, like the Queen of Wands does, to find the creative solutions that you want. The universe will warn us in small steps, and eventually it'll get louder and louder until we understand. But it does look like that happens for you, because we have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. And so this is saying, get out of the cave, go into the light. And this is a reward for doing so, following your path of glory. And so this is a reward from the divine, and also from the universe collaborating to bring this reward, because you got out of the shadows and decided to change your perception and move into the light, basically into the sun. So this is saying that you're following your north node, your destined path, and this is a huge reward for doing so. The pentacle energy is about health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D. So it's, third dimensional needs. And of course, a big part of that is money. But you could have all the money in the world and still not be in the you not have like a lifestyle that you really want to live. So this is talking more about lifestyle and moving forward in a strong way. The aces are saying there's some new energy coming in. I really feel like we're in this dip from this energy from the eclipses, and like when this is, I'm doing this on this reading on August 11th, but on the 12th we have that new moon, and it's a total solar eclipse, and we're all feeling that energy a little bit right now already, for sure, for the last 3 days. And I feel like there's just been like this, like, ooh, like it's like being on a roller coaster, and you're in that part where you've dipped, but you haven't started doing the climb back up yet. And we have the emperor. So it's good. It's saying be like the emperor. The emperor is high level performance, but he knows when to make a move. He is sitting here with his armor on underneath his robe, because he is ready to grab an opportunity at a moment's notice. But he doesn't fight for anything. He's not going to cause a fight or argue over something that's not worth his while. This is something he patiently waits until the opportunity is ripe, and then he goes after it. And he's considered high level performance. The emperor is basically, he's in the major arcana, and he represents the energy of all 4 kings rolled into one person. So this is high level performance. This is someone who's at the top of their game, alpha male. Now remember, all the characters in tarot are not gender specific. They're archetypes. So a woman can be in this energy as well. And this is a high level, though, get her done kind of energy, like physically take action and, get when the time is ripe to do so. The emperor does not engage in battles with the beta males, and beta males don't tend to approach him in that way, because they know that he'll clean their clock. They've seen it happen. So it's about waiting for the proper time for the opportunity to come, and just being able to chill out a little bit in the dips. And we do have an energy of the devil here, and this is talking about temptation coming in. So when we get in those dips, it's really tempting we got to do something, or it's like you want to change so bad that it's a change that's driven by anxiety rather than by excitement. And anxiety and excitement are very closely related psychosomatically. Like the sensations that go through your body when you're excited and when you're anxious are very similar. And so the devil is talking about temptation to do something, or being rash, being impulsive, and then probably regretting it later. This is talking about, we have 2 lovers here, and they're yoked to each other, and then they're chained to Saturn's box. And so this, the devil is sitting in between them, and this is talking about the way he's crouched over them here. This is talking about animalistic instinct, basically. So it's saying this isn't love, it's more like lust. And so in matters of love, because there's been a lot of love energy in the readings, in matters of love, you want to be able to tell the difference between lust and love, and not get tempted to, move into a relationship that you regret later because you didn't take the time to get to know the person. That's basically the energy that's been out there. And look we have a 2nd tower here, so it's confirming, don't be impulsive right now, and don't take actions that you regret, and then that will set you back. And when the devil card comes up, it's very manipulative energy. You're not going to get the truth from the devil. So I always check and see, what's the next card up? If I put the next card up, and the devil sends a minion in to do his dirty work, I want to know, who does he send in? What should we watch for? And maybe does God empower us here? Look at this. We have immature competition. So this is talking about, sometimes this card, it's the only card in the tarot where there's adolescents arguing. So it's immature competition, people coming towards you, that want to cause problems for you because, well, they think that you probably will clean their clock if they come at you straight on. That's basically the energy I'm getting here. So it takes a few of them to gang up and come together so that they can take you down. They're afraid to approach you in this energy because you must be really standing up for yourself at this time. So they get together and see if they, in combination, can shift your, like shake you up a little bit. That's the energy I'm picking up. This is my Mean Girls card. It's talking about, like, if you consider like narcissistic cheerleaders in grade 6 to maybe grade 10, and they really, really want that trophy. And so they'll do anything to get that trophy. But, if they don't succeed, their mothers will pull strings behind the scenes to make sure they do. It's that type of energy where it's really out of desperation a lot of the time when people, or immaturity. When we mature, we start to realize, like the emperor, like some things are not worth fighting for. And also that there's going to be dips in energy. And you're not going to win every single trophy every single time. So sometimes you just sit back and wait for the right opportunity for you to come along, and you don't get engaged in this kind of energy where you're fighting for something you don't even really want. And that's the energy I'm picking up for this reading. We have the Tower here, and the Tower again. See, now this is the Tower, how it is in the tarot. So it's saying, like, the universe is whispering to you and saying, hey, you want to take a look at that, but you don't hear. So then the universe says, hey, whack, you get the frying pan treatment over the head. Pay attention. Something is going to happen that's very negative if you don't, but you still don't want to listen. And you don't want to take advice from other people because you feel like there's nothing like it, that you have you'd rather fight for it. That's the energy. And then what happens is the 2x4 hits, and then the lightning hits the tower, and kaboom, people are falling out of it. And you'll notice, like, one person here looks really, really shocked, and the other one is like really like, oh man, I knew I should have taken care of this sooner. When the tower hits, it can be really challenging because you have to rebuild from the ground up a lot of the time. But I feel like there's been so many towers in the last week and a half, and I feel in a lot of the readings, and I feel it's because it's like a necessary change. And a lot of times, like if that when the tower hits, it can be to shake other people up as well as you, and maybe shake you up to seeing something that you can't see, just like the people in the cave. They're not even willing to go check it out, and it's kind of that type of energy, being like maybe too set in your ways, or feeling like nothing ever changes, but then it does, that it's. And look at this, right after this we have the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is like the ultimate, like it's the ultimate lifestyle where you have, 10 cups of love. That's the maximum you can have. It's 10 cups of love in a perfectly imperfect world. But it's talking about, having the partner that you want, and they want you, and you have love for them, and you have love for your neighborhood and your community. And if you want children, you have children, and you love them, and they love you, and your career is really going well, and you love your clients, and everything is lovely. And this is something like, it's in a rainbow here. So it's something that you've always wished for, but at the same time, it's something that you work towards. And this energy is saying sometimes after like a tower, this is the energy that comes in because the reality check was something you really needed. Once, as to see something clearly enough that you make the shift, and it might even be just a minor shift. That's the interesting part about it. So sometimes the biggest towers, after the tower falls, that's the hard part. The easy part then is moving into, now I'm very clear on what I don't want, and now I know what I do want. We have, look at this is an energetic upgrade. It's very strange because the tower usually doesn't come up like this, but in the last like week and a half, when the towers come up, I'm always like feeling like happy, like, oh, yay, finally the tower hit. It needs to change. There needs to be a shift in energy, for sure. It's that type of energy, and we have it right here. The magician is pointing to this ultimate fulfillment and sitting on the tower. And so this is an energetic upgrade. It's weird, but it is. And I had another reading that was very much like this. I really enjoyed it because it was kind of like, usually when you see the tower card, and especially two in one reading like this, it's like, oh no. But this is saying, oh yes. I love it. Okay, so we have as above, so below, 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. And then this is talking about you have everything you need to create a beautiful garden on earth. The tools are on the bench here. You just need to, use them and learn how to use them. And then you can become more and more efficient by learning which tool works best in your situation. And the big part of this, I feel, is the Ouroboros around the magician's waist. This is a snake biting its tail. And it's saying, don't get caught in loops of energy here where, this is the way it is. And of course, it can't be any different than this. And that this is my reality, and this should be your reality too. You want to be like the emperor and say, oh, now that reality over there looks substantially more fun than this one here. So it's talking about having that ability to adjust to better, really, like to recognizing that we can always do better. That's why the emperor is such high level performance. It's an energy of always improving your performance every single time, even if it's only 1%. And then we have this energy. Now, the Seven of Swords is talking about some very sneaky energy, and there could have been some energy here, especially with this energy with the devil, and this energy is sitting on it and created the tower. But I feel like this is really interesting as well, because this is innovative thinking. And so this could represent, because it's yellow here, it could represent your innovative thinking to overcome the tower. And so I feel like definitely there was some energy here from the competition being immature. And, like this energy, let's look at it from the side of, it's sitting on the devil. It's sitting on immature competition. It's sitting on sibling rivalry and sneaky energy. Having said that, the swords in tarot do represent your mental intelligence, your discipline of your mind, and innovative thinking at times. So this is, I call this the shift disturber, and he's a walking contradiction. We don't know what he's doing here. But in this position, I almost feel like this is saying that the competition was doing everything they could to sneak away with these swords, to take away from you. And in this situation, it's almost like, yes, I was wanting to move those swords. I was wanting to have them cleared out of my life. Thank you for taking them. And it's kind of like the joke's on them because of this energy. This can be talking about, quite often this is like the walking contradiction. Okay, here he is. He's planted two swords. He's sneaking away with 5. He's got these bright red boots and this bright red cap on. And so you can see him from a mile away. If he's a thief in the daylight, not in the dark. So this could represent an energy of someone sitting at their desk pushing paper, thoughts and paperwork. And, quite often this can represent like white collar crime, like embezzlement or identity theft, forgery, someone sitting at their desk and they look like they're doing a really good job. But at the same time, they are they come in early, they leave late, they're happy when they come back from lunch, that type of energy. And this also sometimes can represent the 7-year itch where there's infidelity in a relationship. So maybe at lunchtime they sneak away for a tryst and they come back and they're in a good mood. That's the type of energy I feel is going on here. And the thing is, it's kind of like while they're busy doing this, because this can represent intellectual material. What bothers me about this card, like I like to think of this as the possibility, well, this is just innovative thinking, but why is he carrying these swords like this? I've never seen anyone carry swords like this. They're very sharp, and if he trips, and he could, because it looks like he has to look over his shoulder. And even though he's in broad daylight, he's sneaking around. He's moving forward. He's not looking where he's going. And he's carrying these swords like this. Like if he trips, he could really, really hurt himself here. And if he's this dangerous with his energy, how safe do you think he's going to be with someone else's? And so that's, I find this card is a walking contradiction, but I feel like in this case, it's sitting on this tower, and the magician energy and this happiness here. If this tower is bringing in this energy for you, this energy here is kind of what triggers it. And it's kind of like, thank you, competition. Now I can see clearly, like it's almost like clearing out energy for you. Like it's so obvious what they're like, this is so obvious that it's kind of like, wow, I can see it so clearly exactly what I don't want to do and what I do want to do, just like the Emperor. And then we have the Hierophant comes in here. It is very much that energy. You know, talking about it, like towers are uncomfortable for everybody. I'm not saying this is like an easy thing, but at the same time, it's weird because like I feel really happy about it again. Like I feel like 2 towers, yes. And that's not normally the energy of the tower. So the Hierophant is, but we do have one eclipse season ending and a new one that we're moving into. And I do feel like it's almost like, hey, that dip in energy, it's like sitting in that dip gets really annoying after a while, and finally something's making it shift. And that's what the shift disturber does. And then we have, right after that, we have the Hierophant coming in. And the Hierophant is talking about traditional structure. This can be talking about, you know, blessings coming in. His right hand is in the form of a blessing. This is an authoritarian figure. Like it's talking about like traditional structures and, you know, so if you're a religious figure, it would represent an energy of, you know, like the people in charge of the church and, you know, bishops, cardinals, popes, someone really high up, and, you know, gurus, rabbis, that type of energy. And then that justice being brought down to earth. And he's saying, if you're on the right side of justice, this is going to be a total blessing for you. If you're on the wrong side, well, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of the tower. And even if you're on the right side, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of the tower. But I feel the consequences of the tower are this. It's an energetic upgrade for you. And they sped it up by doing this. That's the funny thing. That's what I feel is going on. This energy, if you're more on the spiritual side, you might meditate and pray. And that's the energy that you're in to be able to you know, go to source energy, to be in connection with the Most High and really be connected in that way. And then bringing that down into, this can talk about bringing things down into the court systems. So if there is any activity that's illegal and you're on the right side of it, it's going to be a blessing for you. And because that it's almost like they got so triggered by the dip in energy that they went and did something like really, you know, off the wall, that it was so obvious that everybody can see it. And maybe in the past, they haven't been this open with that energy. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So the Queen of Pentacles is known for being very much someone that is admired for being able to be very resourceful. Like she can make something out of nothing, and she prefers quality over quantity. This is and look at this, she's sitting right on this Ace of Pentacles. And in all my readings, I've been asking, because my collective has said that a lot of you are feeling like that there was something that you missed out on. There was something that was not right. wasn't handled correctly. Like it could be an inheritance, or you feel like people stole from you, that type of energy. And because, you know, in the collective, people are asking, like, what happened? And I want to know. That's what I want to know. I've been putting it out there when the Queen of Pentacles comes up. Hey, it's awesome that she's that resourceful and that she has the ability to do that. But she comes from generational wealth. And this is a legacy that's passed down from one generation to the next. So I want to know, like, I'm asking the question for everybody in the collective here, what happened to her inheritance or this reward? It says it's coming in now. So I've been asking it every time she comes up to see if we can get some answers here. So we'll see what happens. 2 towers and a Hierophant and the Magician. And like this ace, this reward coming in with this pentacle. Now this is talking about also some communication or information coming in about having this love in your life as well. So this is, the Page of Cups is, the pages would work for the King and Queen very young, 7 to 14, generally, depending on how mature they were. And that may seem really young, but back then the life expectancy was short. So people had to go to work way earlier. This would be a total coup for him. Like, you know, so this is the energy of, you know, the information coming in regarding this could be coming up from back when you were in elementary school, high school, or even attending college, university, just starting out in the workforce, apprenticing for someone, that type of energy. And it could also talk about people that you knew from back then. And so this would also include family members, people, you know, from extended family and that you knew, someone under the age of 21. But it also is talking about having that energy of someone under the age of 21, like someone like being enthusiastic, like he's dressed to the nines, he's landed this job, and now he is focused on this cup of love. And in this cup of love is a fish. Now he knows there's plenty of fish in the sea, but he's very focused on this fish, and he has full attention on that. Now that can say that someone has their eye on you, or you have your eye on someone else in a romantic sense. And it can also talk about in the past, this 7-year itch energy sneaking out on the lunch hour, that there was something fishy going on in your love life, and something stinks. So, and it's affected this pentacle energy. It's sitting right on the Hierophant. And let's see what's going on here. Which way is this going? All right, here we have it. Like we have the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is saying that walking away from something or someone or something that you love to do or be, because you're just done. It hasn't worked out. And we do have eclipse season energy right there behind this. So this is saying that after putting in a lot of energy, like there's 8 cups here, so this could represent 8 years. But look how this is sitting right on this energy in the Hierophant and the Devil and the competition. And we have this energy over here. Look at that. So remember I said like he's sneaking away on his lunch hour. Sometimes this card comes up as the 7-year itch. And it's kind of a statistic that's out there that I wasn't aware of this until I looked into it, because I was doing a reading a few months back and the 7-year itch popped into my mind. And it's talking about in the first year of marriage is when you're most likely to get divorced, which I had no idea. And then the next is after 7 years, or in between the 7th and 8th year. And look at what we have here. We have 5 cups, we have 7, and then we have a gap here. Quite often this can talk about a couple and a third party energy and walking away from that. So your partner may have walked away to be with a third party, or you walked away because of a third party. Or if it's not about that, it could be about business, partnerships, it could be disagreements with family, whatever. But it's talking about walking away from this energy, this, that is covering the Devil here, this immature competition that you've been dealing with, and saying, you know what, I'm done. I'm not I'm not doing this anymore. And when you make that decision, I feel that's when the tower hit, boom, and then kaboom again. So there's a lot of energy here. And I feel like that if you think back to February 17th to May 3rd or March 3rd, what was going on in your life back then? That's when we had the eclipse season coming in. And now that one, it takes about 6 months to ease out of an eclipse season. It's in the background. But now we have this new one coming in. So that's this energy, this dip, and it's like a double dip. Someone's been double dipping. So this is like the dip feels really deep, and it's kind of like we're sitting there and, like the roller coaster, the guy at the controls, he fell asleep or something, and it's like, hey, let's get this thing moving. Let's get this energy shifting. And so this is talking about, I feel like it's going to be an accelerated upgrade. That's the energy. And this is about chilling out about it, like being like the emperor and just, hey, I'm going to not get my mind running in this energy. I'm not going to look at all the scenarios over and over and over again about what's going wrong. I'm not going to get caught up in that energy. That's what the sneaky energy wants. You must be on the edge of something really awesome for there to be 2 towers here and to be this amount of energy right in the middle of the reading too. They want you to walk away from something that is really spectacular. And this could be a new love, a new lifestyle coming in. Being at that top of your game is the energy, and having all this enjoyment of what you love to do. And look at the magicians pointing to this and saying, chill out. I don't normally read this card so much but it's saying, like, put your mind to rest. Maybe you need to take a few days off, chill out a little bit, relax, go to your heart, pray and meditate. And instead of overthinking, I've got to do this, I got to do that. That's the energy that the competition is in. And I feel they're about to make a big error or have made a big error, and they're trying to cover it up. And I got this energy really loud and clear yesterday. Like it was like, holy, something big is going on in a lot of this energy, because it's that dip is so low, people are like agitated and they want to move forward and they don't care. Well, let's just do something. And that's not the energy. I don't feel that's the collective energy. If you are feeling that energy, take a deep breath, chill out, hang your mind on the wall, your subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. You don't need them right now. You don't need to overthink things. This is about, on this stained glass window is the word Pax, P-A-X. It's saying rest in peace, like wanting to have peace in your peace of mind. And this is the best thing you can do is don't overthink it. Don't react to the energy. Be like the emperor and just wait, chill out, and respond. They're really trying to stir the pot to see if they can get you to do something that, I told you so. It's that type of energy. And it's actually theirs. And look at this. Then we have this new lover coming in. Not this one. This one. Coming from this side. That's what the magician is saying. If you want this love in your life and you want everything to improve, when this tower hits, recognize this is their energy. And this is, I feel, the past, and this is moving into the future. A new lover is coming in, ordained by God. It's a divine partner. Look at the difference between these lovers, Like these ones, the sun's shining on it. The only thing in between them is a cloud. And that is saying, don't be impulsive in your love life either. If you meet someone, you might not know. This would be someone that you may know them from way back when. And sometimes it can even be 7 years, 14 years, 21 years since you've seen them. Like it can be a really long time or even longer depending on your age. But this is talking about, it could be someone that you knew back then, but not someone that you've already had a relationship with that has been doing this sneaking around kind of energy, you not knowing what's going to happen next, not feeling like, oh, this is a safe relationship. So, and it's saying take the time to get to know them before you make any moves like this, because you'll regret it with the way the energy is right now. And I feel like that's the energy that the competition, this immature competition is in. Like they got to do something. They're agitated. And so if you're feeling that energy, take a deep breath and ask, hey, is that my energy? Because I was having a great day yesterday. And it's that kind of energy. And it was really, I had something come up yesterday that was like something I could have decided to get really upset about, but I just went, yeah. And it turned out that by having that attitude, I cleared it up in like less than half an hour. And it was like, yeah, finally, breath of fresh air. It was like, that didn't take much, It's kind of like hitting the easy button. So this is definitely, the magician is pointing and saying, if you want to have this, calm down right now. If a lover does come in, you get to know them very well before you make any major moves with them. And it's also saying that this is not someone that you've had a relationship with in the past with this cloud. This is an energy of, jumping into bed with them immediately. You don't want to jump into bed in relationships without serious ones, without, knowing them better, because it can really mess up your energy. And then we have, and look at this. Here we have the card of celebration. But this card, for me, I do my best to have this be like a celebration. But this is almost always, there's third-party energy around when this card comes up. So it definitely, and look at it, we've got the shift disturber, a tower, the shift disturber walking away because of a third-party energy, sitting on a stinky energy, and justice coming in for that. It's all right there, sitting on the devil on top of it. So this energy is, these three people are celebrating, but they're celebrating an event or something else that's happening. And I find that quite often when these come together, this third cup energy, it's talking about gossip and slander and celebrating that, oh, I bet you they're really upset right now. We've had 2 towers happening, but you're sitting here and you're like, I'm just going to chill out here. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm just going to go and maybe go do something that I really enjoy doing. Read a good book, maybe even, that type of energy. Nothing too major. I'm just going to chill out. And here we have, in a lot of cultures, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, they have a very serious superstition, in Europe in particular. If you don't look someone in the eye when you're toasting them, that it causes 7 years bad luck in your love life. Well, having 3 cups in a couple relationship also is bad luck for your love life. And it's also, it's like pretty clear here. All this energy sitting here. But there is some justice coming in. And the justice is this new lover coming in. There is someone new coming in. It's an energetic upgrade for you. Really interesting, if you want that. Now, this could also represent, back in the old days, the Lover's card would represent just choices, and that's the thing, God gives us choices. If we sell our soul to the devil, we don't have any choice left after that. And that's not a great place to be. Here, you can choose, to take your time and make sure it's right for you. If it's right for you, the other person will be happy to take time, to get to know you. It's that type of energy. I really like this. It's very clear, And then we have this energy at the top. So this is saying about wanting to expand your horizons. This person's standing at the turret of their castle, and it's like, I have the world in my hands. And but he comes from a really small place, so he wants to expand. And we have this water from one horizon to the other. So this could talk about, overseas energy. It could be like taking a business, global or international. It's about, for entrepreneurs quite often wanting to franchise, or sometimes this energy can say wanting to change location. Maybe your lover lives far away from you and they live in a much better place than you live in now. And you're like, yes, that's the energy I'm picking up. So it goes both ways. I feel it's kind of like this lifestyle energy, I feel, is definitely improving when you get through this energy and you start to see it all. I feel like there's a tower and then there's another one. But the thing is that the secret here for you is to recognize, if you're feeling really agitated, ask yourself, is that my energy or is that someone else's? Because there's a lot of energy here. And this is where the magician is saying that this is the upgrade for you. So focus on this upgrade. Be like the Queen of Wands. Maybe the Emperor and the Queen of Wands are getting together. It's that type of energy. That's what it feels like. All right. I'm going to clarify for those of you who want clarification. And let's see here. The numbers on the cards represent the paintings as they're listed in my gallery, and it's on talesfromthevector.com. If you're interested, you can check them out. I'll put the cards in the order that they appear here in the description box below, so that you can check them out if you want to. So definitely we do have some indifference here. So yeah, this is that energy when people say we're all in it together, and you that's your attitude. Let's all work together instead of fighting with each other and see if we can really do something really hugely amazing. And you think everybody else is having that same attitude, but they're actually quite indifferent to the suffering they cause you. They're in a different world than you. I feel like this is talking about, the world card when it comes up is saying that this energy of indifference, of being around people like that, of being in this competitive energy with people that you consider to be your, close to you, that energy is ending. You're having an energetic upgrade. Judgment's being called on it. And the two towers, they might be uncomfortable. Towers are never usually enjoyable experiences, but I feel like I can't help but smile as I'm doing this reading, because I feel like, okay, let's have 3 towers, if we have to. If that's what it takes to shake this energy up and wake that guy that's supposed to be running the roller coaster up so that we can get to the, take the climb again, well, then that's what we'll do. If that's what it's going to take to shift gears, well, then that's what it's going to take. So the pride energy, it's a feeling of understanding that whatever is going on is working in your favor. That's like, it's like, you just have this deep knowing that's what's going on. And so pride is a karmic space that we can fall into. And it's really easy, what do they say, pride before the fall. But this energy is in an all or nothing energy. I feel that this energy is like really on edge, on edge. And it's an all or nothing, like cutthroat energy. So you have to recognize, ask yourself, hey, whose energy is this? Because I was happy until something, and if you think of it, like if you go back and you go, well, when did I start feeling this way? You might have had a phone call or a text message, or you saw something on the news or something and it triggered you. And so just think back to, okay, when did I start feeling like this really deep sadness or this anxiety coming over me? Because, as I said, anxiety and excitement are very, very similar psychosomatically in the body. We experience them quite like, the energy is very, very similar. And the judgment is coming in from the Most High. And it's like having an unfettered heart, being open to realizing whatever is happening here is happening for your benefit so that you can get into this energy and have this life that you've always wanted. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. See, I love it. So this is talking about, this is God's plan that you're on. This is like, hey, this energy is kicking in really strong here. And this is about cosmic judgment, like the universe. I feel you've done your work here. And this is your energy at the top of the pedestal here. And, the thing is that, we have one tower is in a cave, and we have another tower, the traditional viewpoint, where the turret is like boom, and the lightning hits it, right? I feel lightning is hitting their turret, and they thought they were on top of the world, and they're about to experience collapse. And you thought maybe that you're in this dip of energy, like nothing's really happening, when is something going to happen? And now, choom, you're going to chug, 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 chug up to the top, It's that type of energy. We have the Libra energy. Libra is saying being really mature about love. And so you may have learned from the past, like this energy quite often, can be talking about, the sneaking around energy and all that with the devil here and the temptation. This can be talking about relationships that are more based on less than love. And I mean, that I'm not judging it. I'm just saying that you need to know the difference though. Like if you're looking for love, don't settle for lust. And if you're looking for lust, don't mistake it for love, that type of energy. And because this is Venus energy, and Libra is when you're a mature adult, and you're, and it also has the scales of justice, and this is sitting right on the Hierophant here. So this is talking about being mature enough to really understand what does it take to have a committed relationship and to be an adult about it. When I have horoscope signs coming up in my readings, I just want you to understand I'm not talking about specific people. It could be a Libra in your life, in your reading, but I'm not saying that. What I'm focusing on is what can we learn from each of the signs. If you ever get your birth chart done, you'll see that you have every sign in there somewhere, and we can learn from the energy so much. Each sign has its own specialty, and Libras is about how to be a mature adult that knows how to properly socialize, take their time in matters in love. Before they make strong commitment to someone, they make sure that they want to make that commitment. They're mature enough to do so. And it's saying then you're in the star energy. So this is about being on your destined path, and really wanting to not play around, with that kind of energy. You're ready for the real deal, bottom line. And this is saying, in case you didn't notice it, that you're a star and you're meant to shine and you're meant to have this beautiful lifestyle here. This is talking about choosing to be, in a more playful and happy type of happy energy than being too serious and taking every dip too seriously. Just like the Emperor here, and like you notice that this card is on the Emperor here, and this could be saying that the Emperor does change your world. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's an Emperor coming into your life. If it's not for romantic love for you, it might be just someone that really is going to empower you to be what you want to be or do what you want to do, that you've always, like this real upgrade in your energy. So I feel like this is a real, even though there's two towers here and they could be a little bit difficult, just recognize that this is an energetic upgrade for you. And if you're feeling any really abrasive energy. That's the word I'm getting. Like fingernails on a chalkboard energy. That's what I'm feeling. Ugh. And if you're feeling that way, recognize, double check, is that my energy or is that the immature competition's energy? All right, I do hope you've enjoyed this, and I will be back with another reading for you. Thank you for your likes, your comments, and subscribes. I really appreciate them all. Bye for now, and I'll have another reading for you again tomorrow. Enjoy the new moon eclipse.